No way. No way. No way. Holy cow, that's crazy. Hey up lads, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing another talkie video where I talk about one of my favourite companies. Disclaimer, I am affiliated with Fanatec, however that does not mean I am biased, and I will always give an honest review. You know why? Because Fanatec said I could, and I will. Stay hydrated, boys. So, within the last hour, Fanatec have decided to, once again, completely blow everybody away in the community with their latest release. Or latest announcement, I should say, because it's not technically released yet. And bear in mind, all of this is just coming out within the last hour. But in order to explain why this is a big deal, I'll give it a bit of history. So, in the world of GT racing, Bentley have been a predominant figure within that little world of motorsport. You'll often see the Bentley Continental GT being raced around, and it is a pretty hefty piece of equipment. Look at any GT3 race that you'll see, and more often than not, there is a Bentley Continental GT in there. What's great about that is that it's like watching a cruise liner outmaneuver a speedboat almost. They're big. But sadly, Bentley have decided to pull out the Continental from the GT series, which is really sad because it's technically always been there. Now, I don't know if Bentley themselves are pulling out entirely and then coming back with a new model, but it's kind of looking that way, sadly. And I'm one of those people that would rather see Bentley in the sport than out it. But Bentley announced they're going to do like one last hurrah with the Bentley Continental, and they're going to take it to Pikes Peak, which, if you don't know, is one of the greatest hill climbing races ever. And not only are they taking it there, they're making a one-off, specially developed Bentley Continental GT Pikes Peak edition. If you haven't seen it already, I don't know what rock you're living under, but this is just something else. And you can tell it is going to be a Pikes Peak monster with the massive wing and the massive front splitter. It looks deadly, and I can't wait to see this thing getting raced. And that was that. We never thought anything else would come of this, and they'll give it a proper good send-off. And then this happens. Fanatec just comes along and drops a bomb on us all and announced this thing. What on earth? It looks crazy, and I immediately thought, this is going to cost even more than the BMW rim. By the way, if you don't know, Fanatec have been knocking it out of the park recently. Product after product after product launch, they're just one-upping themselves every single time, making sure they are king of the hill in the sim racing world. Because if you don't know, recently they released their CSL DD wheel, which is like a budget direct drive wheel, another game changer from Fanatec, and they've just released their new pedal set, which is like really affordable pedals for consumers. They're absolutely nailing it. And my favorite thing of all, which they didn't announce, you see the regular Formula V2, but then you look below it, a slightly cheaper Formula V2.5. And it comes with magnetic shifters as standard. They listened! They finally listened to us! Because I said for ages, this is the most expensive Formula rim they do, it needs to come with magnetic shifters, not be an add-on. And what do they go and do? We hear you. We got you covered, and we're going to release this one. So, thank you for taking notice. Now, where's my royalties? But anyway, this is besides the point. I'm waffling on. I've gotten sidetracked. Let's get back to the Bentley. I would also like to mention how out of nowhere this thing has just came. It's like nobody expected any of this. They kept this very quiet. The reason why nobody expected this is because, one, we didn't hear about it, and two, Fanatec are already working with BMW in developing that GT3 rim, which, if you don't know, works on the sim and in the real car. And we haven't really heard much about it since. So we were expecting something coming soon, because that in itself is a game changer, because this is the first time ever where a car company along with a racing team got together with a sim racing company to make a genuine model before the car has even been raced. That had never been done before. Now, it's no surprise that it's Fanatec once again. What is a surprise of how quickly they've came around to do this. Nothing could possibly get better than that BMW, but now looking at this just looks like on a whole nother level. That is going to cost a lot more than the BMW rim, and we're expecting the BMW rim to be around €4,000. So right off the bat, immediately it looks incredible. The quality, the looks of it look incredible. And just for double clarification, I am affiliated with Fanatec, but these are my honest own opinions. I am not restricted by Fanatec whatsoever. So the first thing we notice immediately is just plenty of buttons. That's what we like plenty of buttons, and by the looks of it on the back, we've got the same layout as the Podium paddle module, where you've got your shifters, your clutch paddles, and your additional ones behind, which I like to map to my indicators. But what does look interesting is you've got your typical 8 buttons along the top, but then you've got your rotary encoders, which look like they've got buttons themselves mapped into them. There are 8 rotary encoders in this. I think fans of Fanatec have just basically went to Bentley and Fanatec and asked, how many rotary encoders can we have? And they've just turned around and said yes. But the biggest thing I would say that's drawing everyone's attention is the middle. Now this is a little screen. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like it's going to be another rim that you can use in the sim and on the real car. I highly doubt anybody who buys one of these rims is actually going to be able to drive the real-life car, but we can keep dreaming. Extraordinary starts here. Developed in partnership with Bentley Motors, limited for use with the real Continental GT3 Pikes Peak race car. This steering wheel couldn't be more authentic. It's the real thing. Built to handle the most notorious and dangerous hill climb course in the world. Performance and beauty, combining ultimate performance with the distinctive Bentley design, this 310mm diameter wheel features a round 3.4-inch display, magnesium core, 5mm thick carbon fiber front plate with custom green weave and Alcantara grips. Oh, I love this. But look at that display. Now, I don't think Fanatec have done a display like this before. I don't think they've had a proper screen. Like, the most we've got was on the Porsche GT3 Podium button module, where the screen you could have on front and it was just basically like the stuff that you get on the direct drive wheel itself. This though looks like a completely different animal. Look at this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. I have noticed that this is the new quick release mount that I think they're going to be using for this and the BMW. Now, I don't know what is going on with that. It looks like it's going to be probably something that you have to purchase to go along with it, or maybe it even comes with an adapter. I love that display, and the great thing is that all the rotary encoders are nicely, neatly layered around it. The large circular display can show game telemetry and other special features using a bespoke interface. Adjusting force feedback and other hardware settings in Fanatec tuning menu also provides a unique experience with this wheel, which in itself is kind of a game changer on its own, because with most games you don't really get telemetry. You have to rely on a third-party software. Assetto Corsa does have it, but it's not very detailed. But you have to record game files in order to get that telemetry, and the file sizes are enormous. And it's not that easy to access either, or record those things. This, however, is still a third-party software, but it's actually built into the system itself. That's incredible. Striking timepiece. This is my absolute favorite part about it, and it's got absolutely nothing to do with sim racing. Striking timepiece. The included mount can be used to showcase the wheel on either your wall or desk. Powered by a USB connection, the wheel can be displayed as a clock inspired by the traditional timepiece found in the Bentley Continental GT. It can also replay preloaded race telemetry from famous laps, showing pedal and steering inputs, gear changes, G-meter, and track map. That is just complete overkill, and I love it. I think that's the first wheel ever to come with like a little stand. So if you're not actually into sim racing, you don't have any sim racing gear, then if you want a really fancy clock, then there you go. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is absolutely crazy. This display is one of the neatest I've ever seen. It's so clean. And it looks like you are able to actually customize what you can see on that screen anyway. I mean, this is the real car, so I assume you'd be able to customize what you see on the screen. Such as like moving all of these around. So you could probably put your engine map up here, so if you feel like it's easier to get your traction control a bit lower down, just put it in a different place that's more comfortable for you. Now, looking at this way, I think Fanatec are just one product away from becoming an actual racing company. Fanatec, where is the Fanatec racing drinks bottle? Even in your sticker sets for the wheels themselves comes with a little drink icon, which is completely useless. If you actually manage to sell a drinks bottle that is actually motorized and it's activated with the push of a button and that you can attach to your sim rig, you've got something pretty much going there. So when can we expect that? Fanatec racing drinks bottle. We need that. We need a drink system from Fanatec. Just for goodness sake, don't collaborate with Rich Energy. Do you notice what's slightly off about this? Fanatec have got their own mounting system, yet they're using a cheaper consumer grade play seat and a man with a very serious face. Oh my goodness! No way! Not only is everything neatly laid out, but all of these like little plastic bits also light up. So if you're racing in the dark and you want full immersion, then you've got everything on your wheel just lit up perfectly. And this is something completely new that we've never seen before, is the optional lower handle. Now some GT3 rims are not like the, you know, the Ferrari one where it's simply just like a Formula V2, but it has a little lip underneath. Basically a wheel that's had the head cut off. That's nutty. It's a thing of beauty. It sounds like an absolute beast. Look at it, it just grips. Not only is this video about the wheel, but look at the car as well. I mean, why wouldn't you? And it goes straight on. That's nuts. I love it. So yeah, this confirms it. It is basically a wheel that you can use on the real car and in the Pikes Peak model. That's incredible. I absolutely love it. But we said it when the BMW rim was announced. What this means for the sim racing world is that more and more car companies are going to get involved with sim racing companies, thus developing special products, better products, and just basically raising the game and creating massive competition, which in turn also makes better products for everybody to enjoy. And one more thing, since last time I mentioned about being a Fanatec affiliate, I said in my last video like this that I'd like to become a Fanatec affiliate. And do you know what? Because of that video, I am now a Fanatec affiliate. So let's try and do this trick again. Maurice, Kim, could you possibly send me one of these rims, please? I'll send back a hug and a kiss. That would be absolutely fantastic. That ought to work. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you've enjoyed this little bit of a talky video and a bit of a change from pace. I know I haven't been uploading as much recently, but I've been running the Coyote Racing League, which happens every Monday, and I've been having a lot of fun doing the Touring Car League in there. So every Monday at 6:30, there's always a stream, so you guys can come in and join that. Also, I'm going to mention it again, but this channel is in affiliation with Fanatec, so if you want to get your hands on any of the gear that I use over there, then my affiliate link is in the description below. And this channel is sponsored by IMB Racewear. They provide for me all of my sim racing merch and sim racing apparel. So if you guys want to get yourselves some sick Coyote Racing gloves or boots or jerseys, then head over to IMB and check out my collection. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next race. Have a good night everybody. I've just been recording for 16 minutes with my microphone on pause.